Hi everyone, these are the thrillers I would highly recommend. Hi everybody, these are the thrillers I would highly recommend. I would stand there if we were in the bookstore and say, you've got to read this is excellent. So that's how much I feel about these books. I will never give these books away. When my grandkids are older, I want them to read these if they're into the thriller. And I'm in a tank top. It's going to be 70 today. We've had days, where I live, we're in the negatives. Snow, my business, I can't do woodwork because the machine won't work in the cold. 70, gorgeous, walk the dog. We're going to get some storms tonight, so I'm kind of excited. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to start with The Butcher by Jennifer Hillier. I loved it. The opening, the 1.5 page, maybe 2 page opening, like, what? Everything was cool. I didn't mind moving. And then I remember when I had to get rid of the blood on the piano. So that right away, you're in a cliffhanger. Like, was it just an owie? Crazy. It's crazy. A retired policeman caught the butcher, a serial killer. His wife passed away. He's now going to move into a retirement home, so he gives his home to his son. His son wants to do some landscaping, and the excavators dug something up. And I'm going to leave that part alone. In the meantime, the girlfriend of the son, she firmly believes that the butcher killed her mom. So you have that weaving through the entire story also. This is so good. If they considered it horror, I don't know. Maybe the description of cutting somebody's hand off, maybe, if that bothers you. If you're into thrillers, it probably doesn't bother you. Highly recommend. If I could give this a 10, I'd give it a 10. I loved this book. I'm having problems with my computer today. Anyway, the next one I'm going to talk about, Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I'm going to talk about that in my reads for April, my month of April reads. I couldn't read it in one night because my eyes were starting to hurt. They were getting dry, and I couldn't do it. You could do it in one sitting. It is fast. It is good. It's got sex, drugs, manipulation, death, revenge, psychopath. It's like a dual timeline that's also playing out at the same time. And even though it keeps you hanging, it keeps you guessing, but you might figure things out, it's okay, because in the end, the very end, you're not going to. Maybe you will, and even if you do, I still think you're going to love it. Remember, I'm standing in a bookstore, I'm saying, you've got to read this. It is so good. Very good. Highly recommend. And I think it's from 2024. Don't quite remember. You got to read it. Midnight Feast. Highly recommend. The pollen is coming out. Now that means I'm going to get sick. Okay. The Devil and Mrs. Davenport. Some people didn't care for this. I also love this book because as you're going through the devil, who's the devil? Well, as you read, there's someone you could consider as the devil, and then there's someone who I don't think is the devil, but people thought they were. So there's kind of like two devils in this book. It's wonderful. This woman can talk to ghosts, and she didn't always know she could do it. She doesn't use it to be vindictive and evil or anything like that. And there's just weird things going on. And these ghosts are talking to her. And it's like her husband, who's religious, thinks she's the devil because she's talking to ghosts. I don't want to go on any further. I want you to read the book. It's wonderful. And since there's mixed reviews on this, I'm sure there's mixed reviews on every book. Let me know what you think. Somebody already said it really wasn't for them. Totally cool. That's why I like the book environment, because what can get me may not get you, and it's, vice versa. That's why I love reading books. You never know. Devil and Mrs. Davenport. All right, a favorite of a lot of people, Silent Patient. You bet I like this book. I was into it, and I just kept reading, and I'm thinking, I'm not real sure how this is going to end. And when it ended, I remember sitting in bed and going, and I'm all alone in my room. I'm like, what? Like, okay, husband and wife. The husband dies. Everyone thinks it's the wife. The wife, in the end, now will not even talk to anybody, because as she was growing up, it was kind of like, if nobody believed me, I'm done. I'm like, why do I have to keep begging people to believe me? So she just stopped talking. A gentleman who was going to school for psychiatric something, he wanted to work with her. He's like, I'm going to get her to talk. I feel sorry for this woman. I'm going to get her to talk. So the whole book is their relationship. There's kind of a little dual reality in there, but you don't know it. Ooh, I didn't want that to be a spoiler. Shoot. Okay, it's all right. It won't wreck it. And, the conversations with other doctors, you're like, you're never going to get her to talk and all that stuff. I don't think this is a spoiler. The guy did get her to talk. That's where I'll stop. So it is so good. What is this? I don't know if it's a real fast read, but if you get into it, you're going to want to finish it. So it depends on you, I guess. Okay, next one. Kill for Me, Kill for You, Steve Kavanaugh. Whew, that's another one. Man, I read some good. My top 10 is, for me, a great top 10. There's a support group, and it's for people who have lost loved ones to accidents, serial killers, whatever. Just anything. It's just a support group for those that are grieving. And this woman wants, or has been trying to get revenge on who she thinks killed her loved one. So that starts out the book. And the cops finally say, you have got to knock it off. Stop stalking this gentleman, and a punishment for you is you need to go to a support group. Fine, whatever. She goes. She then meets another woman. And let me note that in the support group, nobody uses their real names, because they don't want others just kind of joining that support group and then coming out of their meetings going, did you hear about blah, blah, blah? And then, like causing a ruckus. Everything is kind of anonymous. So they can tell their true story, but if it's like they keep their name out of it, I guess how anonymous is it? Well, they can keep some stuff out. It's just not in their face who they are, type of thing. Well, she befriends this woman, and they become pretty close. Now, this other woman also wants to take revenge on the person that did their loved one in. They come up with a plan. I kill yours if you kill mine. Okay. So this friend comes and they meet up for coffee, and she says, I killed your guy. Now, you got to kill mine. And she's like, wait a minute. I didn't know we were really serious. She says, hey, you said you were, so I did it. Now it's your turn. So that happens like in the first quarter of the book. Yeah. The rest of it then is this woman then trying to like, okay, I mean, I can, it's easier for me to take revenge than to kill somebody else's. From there, twist, 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 twist. It's like, and at the very end, twist again. Woo! Wow. That was another fast read. I am definitely going to read all of his books. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Psychopath Next Door by Mark Edwards. Boy, it's something. When you find a book you really like, you don't forget the author, do you? I guess psychopaths are my kind of thing. I was talking to my husband about it the other day, and he looks at me like, you're crazy. And I'm like, I could never do this. I could never act this way. I could never do this. I am more of the, like, I can help you. I'll do whatever, all that stuff. Maybe that's why I like the psychopath books, because I would never do this. Would I like to write a book like it? Yeah, because I look at something and I go, oh man, that would be a good way to start a book. Crazy. But anyway, okay. So this woman, she's a serial killer. And she moves, well, how do I say this? Was she a serial killer to get-go? I don't quite remember, but somebody did her wrong. A couple people. So she comes back into town. Yeah, I think she was a serial killer before. She got into trouble before. Comes back into town, and the town is where these people live that she wants to take revenge. But she notices the people she moves in next door to, their daughter has some psychopathic tendencies, and she catches... Jeez. Ooh-wee. The FedEx truck is just... He gave her. We're not really on a big hill, but I guess it was big enough for that truck. Wow, that was loud. Sorry. Anyway, so she befriended this girl and kind of conned her into doing some dirty deeds for her, where some people actually died. The girl's brother kind of catches on, not really in depth of what's going on, but knows something's not right. The father is basically clueless. The mom, not really a whole huge part of the story. I mean, she's in the story, which I thought was odd, but she really wasn't part of the story. The story tried to have a little romance between this woman and the dad, but yeah. I mean, it was okay to put in there, but whatever. It was part of her scheme, I guess you can call it. And that's where I'm going to stop, because almost every chapter, couple, something happens. And again, something happens. And, that's a good thriller, right? Twisty, twisty, twisty. So this was they're all so good. I don't know how many times, if this was a drinking game, I'd be drunk about saying how many times this is so good or how many times this is twisty. Man, it's good. During the day, I'm drinking water or my coffee. Man, I might have too much caffeine. But anyway, all right, Psychopath Next Door. Highly recommend. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Yup, I really like Alice Feeney. I really like them. I noticed some reviews, people are having trouble getting into it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up, because the last quarter of the book, you're going to be like, whoa. I mean, maybe you figure out what's going on, but I really like this book. Here comes the FedEx truck. He's slowing down, and there's my dog. And I'm going to try and do this before my dog starts to bark. She has a bad habit of UPS truck, FedEx, any box truck, any white van or anything. She barks. Just driving by. She can hear them coming from a long, oh my gosh, it is so annoying. I don't know how to break her from it because our living room has a lot of windows and I love it. And I'm not closing drapes or anything just because, oh, well, whatever. Okay. My drama. All right. Love Mom, Ileana Zander. A lot of people like this. I'm totally for it also. A very popular author dies kind of mysteriously. They don't really know, but they just kind of let it go. There's the funeral. This author and her daughter didn't have the greatest relationship. And it was kind of, okay. So my mom died. And she finds out that because of the not so great relationship, she only got some money to go to school. I'm your daughter, and that's all I get. But okay, fine, whatever. So after the funeral, the daughter goes home, and she gets this letter under her door. And it's part of her mom's diary. And she's like, who just gave me this? And at first she's like, is it really part of her diary or not? So she, compares handwriting and that. It really is. And she's like, I need to investigate this a little further. Like, this is weird. You don't love me in real life, but now I'm getting all these stories about, stories that you do love me and like, what's going on? So that's the gist of it. And things are found out that are very surprising about her mom. There's manipulation in this. There's, I don't know. Oh, Lord. Okay. Truck should be gone and my dog should be okay now. Oh, Lord. There's manipulation. I don't know if I would call them some psychopath. There's a lot going on. A lot. And the father's kind of involved. And so things in the past are starting to come to light for this daughter. It's very good. Okay, My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, another one. I do like His and Hers too. It's hard to pick. I do like Alice Feeney. Easy read, Lots. I don't want to say a lot. There's big mixed reviews about My Husband's Wife, and some people want to quit reading it. Don't stop. And that might be part of the twistiness. Don't stop. It made my head kind of hurt at times. Like, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on. I think that's all part of what you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel part of the story. And that's how I took it. And when I just kind of switched my brain to thinking that, I loved it. I mean, to come to your home and it's like your key don't work. There's somebody else is playing me. My husband doesn't believe I'm me. I mean, it's just like, what? It's like even what? A detective comes. There is a I guess there's a little bit of a dual timeline again in there. And you're kind of trying to figure out how does it all fit in? Like, trying to keep stuff straight. Big white box truck. This is ridiculous. Talk about trying to have quiet in the country. Not so much with her. But it all works out in the end. And the twistiness in the end is really good too. Don't give up. I'm just saying. I mean, if you want to put it down, come back to it or whatever, start it over, just don't give up. Because I might even read it again. I liked it. Okay. 5 Liars by D.L. Fisher. This is just a book my daughter and I found on Kindle. I actually like it. Nobody talks about it. So these 5 people go away on like this really nice, fancy, free vacation and all that. There's a storm coming and, just does that add to the plot? I don't know, but it's amazing. It's part of the story, right? And just like stuff starts going missing. They can't find their luggage. Now they can find their luggage. Doors are locked and then they're unlocked. There's some fighting in between, couple of them, and then all of a sudden there is no fighting in between. And the two gentlemen don't like each other, and yet they do like each other. Are they best friends or are they not best friends? And there's another story going on at the same time. That must be my thing. So that must be my thing, to have two things going on, because that's in a lot of these books, isn't it? And in the end, it's like, wowza. Whoa. Like some people would say, that's unhinged. I agree. Crazy. So those are my, actually, there's 10. There were a couple more I probably could have put on the list, but those are ones, if somebody asks me, those are the first ones I'm going to pick of what I liked and should you read them. And yeah, are they worth you buying the book? Yeah. Actually, the only one I don't think I own, Five Liars. Huh. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the year if it's still in my top 10. If it is, I'm probably going to get it. I did go and get a trophy copy of The Devil and Mrs. Davenport. I really liked that book. I mean, I liked it so much, I might read it again. It was kind of, I don't want to say it was humorous at parts. It was, I don't know, maybe because I just had a good time reading it. Okay. All right. See you in the next video. Happy reading.